Guys, welcome back to RBR. You guys are familiar with this car, right, on the channel. This is the brand new G-Class in the G500 form. Lovely six-cylinder engine, off-roading package in this professional version. And it's always been a car that's been known as stronger than time because of how robust it is. But there's nothing that's stronger or more robust in the universe than the LEGO brick. And now LEGO have created the incredible first ever Technic G Wagon set. You can't see it? Let me blow that up for you. There you go. It's a hell of a thing. There's so many cool details that only Mercedes fans and LEGO fans would really appreciate. And really, I can't wait to show you every single one of them. And in fact, I've actually got one that's almost the same size as this one to show you right at the end of the video. But to do this, someone of my size isn't enough. We need some extra help. And for that, I'm going to introduce you to my son. There he is. He's so nervous right now. Look at him, cutie, cutie. You can't stop a dad. This is dad tax. Guys, join me as we check out the brand new LEGO G Wagon Technic together. So, Rakin and I together are going to check out both this car versus our brand new Technic set, which you can see here, which is awesome. And then, right at the end of the video, we will show you the almost life-size version that LEGO have created, which is super cool, isn't it?
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So stay tuned for that. Let's start first with the Technic set. So guys, is this not a LEGO and a Mercedes and a G Wagon fan's absolute dream? A LEGO Technic G Wagon, and in actually quite an exciting color. We'll talk about the color in a minute because it's a first for LEGO and it matches perfectly our Magno car behind us. Just some facts to start off with on this build. This is a model that took, just on its design, 10 months to work out between both the Mercedes team and the LEGO team to get it as perfect and as accurate as we possibly could at this scale for a G Wagon. Then the entire process itself took about 18 months or 1.5 years from start to end of production, which is a huge amount of time, and it gives you an idea of how much love and time and care is taken into creating one of these special things that we then play around with like big adults, looking really, really silly. And we love it. So that's that. It comes out on August 1st and the price is €249.99. Hugely exciting. Of course, now we're going to check out all the details because there's so much cool stuff about this. Things like the suspension, what lies under the bonnet. I can't wait to show you all of it. Let's have a look at this in detail. So guys, here we have the set itself, and firstly a few LEGO firsts for you LEGO enthusiasts. First is actually the color itself, which is like a reddish orange that's not been used in Technic before. It's quite a lovely color, and the nice thing is that Mercedes kind of insisted on this because they wanted for it to match the lovely Magno copper orange that is so well known in our off-roading version of the G. And it also forms part of the G Experience Center's orange logo, which you'll also find on the set, and I'll show you that in a sec. So that use of the color is really cool. What do you think of the color, Rakin? Do you think they chose the right one?
Yeah, they did choose the right one. It's as close as it can be as the car.
And it's like a cool one that kind of attracts you to wanting, yeah, so a really nice color. Then the other LEGO first are these off-roading wheels, which are absolutely perfect for the G, and kind of, you can imagine these sitting on an actual, scale model of G Wagon and not looking out of place. They're gorgeous, and I'm sure that they will translate then into other sets in the future, but they are a first here on the G Wagon. And then the other piece, which is really quite cool, is this here, this angled connector piece, which again is a first for LEGO, and they've done it specifically on this car. So you get that nice angled roofline, just like you get on the real car. So that's kind of the lengths that we've gone to on here to make sure it's as accurate G Wagon as it possibly could be. Now let's talk about some of the features. First of all, how many bricks did they say? How many pieces does it take to make this?
At least 2,891.
All right, so it's 2,891 pieces, so that's going to be a lot of build time, even with two experienced master builders like us behind it. And there's a ton of really cool features. First, you tell me, what was your favorite feature in this? Because there's loads.
My favorite feature of this would probably have to be the way that the doors work. See, if you turn this up, voila, it just opens.
So the really cool thing about this is that, like Rakin just showed, you've got these kind of mechanical locks on the doors. Now, a LEGO fan who doesn't know anything about G Wagon might not be that impressed with this, but for a G Wagon fan, that is everything. Let me explain why. And the reason for this is, any G Wagon fan knows that when you slam the door of a G Wagon, you get that satisfying ka-chunk because inside here, the thing that's never changed from the old car till now in these 45 years is the mechanical lock, which basically LEGO have mimicked on our beautiful little car over there. And they've even got the same thing on the boot as well, which is so cool. You can see, look, got a little mechanical lock. So I really appreciate that as a multi-time G Wagon customer, that those little details that mean so much to us find their way into here. The other thing I want to talk about generally is the design of the thing. So here's what it looks like from that front 3/4 angle, and then when you check out the car itself, I mean, it is looking pretty much damn identical. And proportionality is really important. It's that blink test, as I call it, that if you squint and look at this model, it should look like a G Wagon, and it absolutely does. One super important part of G Wagon design is the lights, the ring light, and you can see with this two-piece solution, we've managed to achieve that here, like you can see on the actual car over there. And then you'll see the grille has 4 slats, and another thing they really wanted was the 4 slats on our facelift grille, and then you get that as well. Another cool innovation is this piece here is actually a printed Mercedes star piece, which is so cool. And there's a number of Mercedes pieces on here which are actually printed and not just stickers. Another cool Easter egg here, 1979, the year that the G started production. So a nice little Easter egg again for G Wagon fans. I think they got the bonnet absolutely perfect. I mean, it looks literally identical. And then when you open it, check that out. You've actually got the 6-cylinder engine in there. So that's super cool. I absolutely love the fact that you've got the engine cover in there and you can see the pistons move. In fact, pretty much when I look at the details around this, there's not a single thing that's missing. Like, we've got a typical G Wagon little trims that go along the side of the car like you see on the original over there. The side profile is absolutely perfect in terms of what a G should look like. And the wheel arches, etc. All of that nails it on the head. Now the interior is actually super cool, but we'll get back to the interior in a minute. I don't want to spoil that for you. You're going to enjoy that. Let's talk about the rear. The rear, again, pretty damn accurate. You've got the typical G Wagon lights at the bottom that you can see. I think they got them really quite accurate. Then we got the G500 sticker just above that, which is nicely done. Then I think what the rear highlights really well are the accessories. For example, we've got your tow bar, so typical of G Wagon. Every single one delivered has that there fixed. Then you've got our spare wheel cover. What's more iconic for G than that? But the nice thing is, you can either have this wheel cover exactly like our professional car here, which you can see we've got exactly the same on our professional car, and our working ladder on the side there. Don't fall because you're not insured.
Okay.
Good. So you can see exactly the same, even probably the same number of steps going up. But if you just want to have it look like a standard G500, you can have the simpler version of the wheel cover instead, without the ladder. And in fact, even with our professional roof, which again is pretty much identical, you even look at the number of slats on the side here, it actually matches what you have on the real car, I'm pretty sure. But if you don't fancy that look, you don't have to build that part. It can just be a gloss black roof, as you find on many G Wagons. Then you open the boot. And while it is a boot that you can actually store stuff in, check what we have inside here. This little thing is cool. So this is a little storage box, which actually opens up. So you can store extra pieces or whatever you want. And when you close it, when we look at the logo, that's right, it is the logo for the G Experience Center, which only you will know if you're a G Wagon fan, and anyone who's now watching this video will know. So again, a nice link to actual G Wagon heritage in here. And the cool thing is we can actually affix this to the rooftop as well, which is perfect. So you got that real nice utilitarian look. Then we come to the working parts and the interior. The interior is very cool. So you got the steering wheel, which looks exactly like our real one. As you can see, it moves via this toggle that we have at the top. And of course, it moves the actual wheel itself on the outside, which again, super cool. But what I found even cooler for me as a Mercedes fan, I'm actually going to remove this part because I've actually had to remove this. Look, you've actually got a really cool center console and driver zone here, and the map that we have on our center screen is a map of the Schokl, which of course is the mountain where all the G Wagon testing takes place. I love this. These little details are really endearing me to this set and shows so much dedication from the team. Other movable bits include, like, you've got the sunroof here. Inside, even more important, you can see there are a ton of gears in there. What do those gears do? Well, there's a number of levers. What is G Wagon so famous for? The differential locks that you have in the middle of the car, which of course exists in here. You've got your 3 different differential locks, all changeable. And this is all to do with off-roading, as you guys know, controlling how the wheels are powered during off-roading. And inside there, you can see a couple of levers. One is for your drive, neutral, and reverse. And then the larger lever on the other side is for your high and low range, which controls the differential gears. So currently the diff lock is in the standard setting, and as you can see, when we're turning it, only the rear wheels would turn. Now I'm going to shift that this way. You hear a satisfying click. And now when Rakin turns that gear, you can see all of the wheels are moving. And how cool is that you've got a functioning 2-diff solution here for your little Technic G Wagon.
Okay, that is cool.
It is cool, isn't it? Furthermore, in the interior, we've got some pretty cool sport seats in there, which tilt and move, and you can move the side lumbar as well. And then on the rear, we got seats that are able to either be folded forward, like in the Real G, or can even recline a little bit backwards as well. Now, two of the coolest features. One, suspension. We've got a proper independent front suspension on this car. Look, you can even see the springs back there. It is so movable. Give it a move around for us, please, Rakin. I mean, it is properly, like this looks like it could genuinely handle the shockle, right? Maybe they should do that. I want to see this car going on the real shockle. And then we've got a fixed rear suspension as well. So no messing around in terms of suspension. It's really nice to see that. Could this have been like a drivable model? It's probably something you can mod at some point. Given the price point, I think this is probably fair enough. That is probably one of my favorite bits. But my absolute favorite bit is how you can see the pistons working in the engine. Right, guys, to see this, we're going to open the bonnet, and we're actually going to take off that beautiful 6-cylinder engine cover, which is only popped on with a few little bolts there. Now, you can see in here, we've got 6 pistons highlighted in yellow. Now watch as they move. Now guys, keep an eye on the yellow pistons, and you will see, hopefully, that they are moving.
What?
That is so cool. Seriously, I absolutely love that. Don't you think?
That is crazy.
It's insanely good. So guys, that's probably my favorite feature of the lot, being an engine nerd. What a cool model, so much playability, so accurate to our G. Now, let's talk about this one. This is the final bit I wanted to show you. Time to unveil it. Rakin, please do the honors and pull the cover off. What's hiding under there?
Just see a little bit of it first.
Yeah, tease a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Got a light showing, a bit of terrain at the bottom. And there we go. This is like 85% to scale. How cool is that? And what I love is they didn't go for like, let's make this G Wagon into a large Lego model. They instead said, let's take this small one and enlarge it in size, which to me makes perfect sense. And it's so accurate in almost every way. It does a few cool things as well, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, I've been reliably told it's made of 445,971 Lego bricks, individual bricks. Literally, the team is sat here and spent 2,285 hours meticulously building this thing brick by brick, literally brick by brick, right? And because of that, it also weighs an absolute ton. Actually, to be fair, almost a ton at 972.05 kg. They insisted I say the 05 because Lego are accurate, right? So we've got really cool things like the working headlight. In fact, our indicator lights work as well. If we give this a push here, you can see the iconic G indicator lights are on. And heck, we can even turn the car on. Rakin, do the honors. And there you go. They've installed a bit of typical G Wagon sound, of course, the 6-cylinder. So it basically mimics our little car exactly, even to the little details at the bottom, the number plate, the Mercedes star, the amount of grille lines that we have here. At the bottom, we've got a mirror, like it's almost half submerged in water, but you can then also see that they went to the trouble of making the lower part look exactly like our small car as well. The rear as well, all of this exactly like you find in a little car, even the working rear lights at the back, which look so cool. But then you also have the interior that we can take a look at. Don't you? That's gonna break. Stop, menace.
Oh, you gotta take this off before you open it, so it opens fully.
And then the interior, which again, also been done exactly right. Got the Mercedes logo. What I love is they took that decal that you find on the Lego brick and applied it to the MBUX screen of this enlarged big build, if you like, of the G. So much love put into. I don't think you can fit in there.
Shall I try?
I brought the wrong model with me. I should have brought my 4-year-old. No, you're too big. I'm not paying for that. Get out.
All right.
So guys, that's the brand new G Wagon set from LEGO Technic. Absolutely love it. Like I said, August 1st, it's coming out to stores all across the world. And I can't wait. I can't wait to build it. It's going to take hours, but I'm going to be smiling for many, many of those hours. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode of RBR, please do like and subscribe. And I'm going to steal this one and take it home with me right now. See ya.